Well, let's go straight into our news, Brad. And as everyone knows, our news is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. And I got to tell you, I had the privilege last night of attending the Eagle Mortgage Christmas party. I always love the Eagle Mortgage Christmas party. Todd Schneiderwind is married to Holly Schneiderwind. They own it. Holly runs the place. And Todd and I are longtime friends. And, they're a longtime sponsor here. Todd and I actually work together at NAINP Dodge doing commercial real estate. And my wife has a mortgage broker license. She doesn't really do it much anymore. It's always been a part-time thing. And she just kind of does it in case she wants to do it again sometime in the future. But she has her license with the Schneiderwinds at Eagle Mortgage. It's just such a great, great company. But last night we got together and it was tricky with the ice getting to the restaurant, but had a great time. Well, more importantly than that, though, if you were thinking about buying a house, and a lot of people are, we're at the end of the year. Some people are thinking, hey, 2025, that's the year I'm going to go get a new house. One of the first things you want to do is contact Eagle Mortgage. You can see them in person at 114th and Davenport or online at eaglemortgagecompany.com. That's eaglemortgagecompany.com. All right, Brad, the big news this week, it was announced that FNBO plans to sell its 22-story 1970s era main bank building to New Style Development for redevelopment.
Yeah, that's kind of been a rumor that we've been hearing for the last 6 months or so, the better part of this year. And I guess why, we heard the rumors, I was still a little bit surprised to see this announcement come out, but it's going to be cool. It'd probably have some awesome views. I've been up to the press club a couple times, and you can pretty much see all of downtown and surrounding areas from up there. So I think it's going to be a really cool project when it's done.
Yeah, I agree. New Style wants to turn it into 300 apartment units. The press club that Brad just mentioned will stay, and they will be a tenant like they always have been on the top floor. But then you'll have the apartments on most of the floors. Now, it's my understanding that New Style will really invigorate the bottom two floors, and those are going to be commercial. And I think that makes a lot of sense because with all of those, if you got 300 apartments, you'll probably have about 450 people living in there. So you'll actually have some people there that could be customers to the retail on the bottom two floors.
Yeah, and the bottom two floors are also connected to the Doubletree Hotel next door, and to the south, they're connected by tunnel to the First National Bank Tower. So there's more than just those 450 people that are going to be in there on a daily basis. So I think it really could be kind of the hub for the area.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you may be wondering, why is this even happening? Well, FNBO has moved all of their people out of that building. When they opened the tower in the early 2000s, they had the tower full and that building. Well, they don't need as many people down there because of work from home and hybrid schedules and not as much square footage per worker as there used to be. And so, in these types of buildings, it's hard to get a 53-year-old building and turn it into suitable space for modern office work. We need higher ceilings than we used to have because of all the technology in office buildings. So turning these things into apartments makes an awful lot of sense. It's not easy to do, though, and that's one of the reasons we're quite fortunate here in Omaha that we have New Style, Brad, that has a great track record of these types of conversions.
I would say New Style has done a great job turning some buildings that people probably would never have touched into some great apartments that seem to do really well. We have got a lot of questions on our social media about whether they're going to remodel the exterior of the building, and as far as we know, that hasn't been decided, and there's no announcement on that yet. Yeah,
the impression I get is it's very early in the process. In fact, I'm not even sure that the deal has gone through yet. Oh. And so, it's probably, my guess is that New Style is probably determining a lot of those things. With the Duo, they're doing the Duo, which were the two Central Park Plaza towers. Those had to replace that they needed to replace all the windows on that project, and they're doing that. Who knows? My guess is they probably would have to. I mean, it's a 53-year-old building.
Yeah, I would guess that too. I sit next to a window in an 1980s office building. Let me tell you, on a windy day, there's a little draft, so can't imagine living in a situation like that.
Well, could you imagine if there was a way to engineer it so that you could have some balconies or something like that? I imagine it would be cost prohibitive.
Yeah, but it would be cool.
Wouldn't that be something if you could do that, or at least for part of it?
Yeah.
I imagine.
Rooftop deck, something like that.
Yeah, so we'll keep our eye on that. No timeline on the project for sure, other than the fact that the apartments could be open by 2026, according to a World Herald article. This would be about an $80 million project, which is no small number. And this also fits in because of where it's located. It'll be yet another one of those projects that benefits the streetcar. It's in that streetcar area of influence, which is another plus with it because we are already about double the amount of projected development within the streetcar zone. And the thing is barely even started construction so far.
Yeah, I know people are a little concerned or upset about the whole TIF financing for the streetcar, but being this far ahead of projections already, it seems like there's so many good signs that it's all going to work out really well.
Yeah, it's really, really encouraging. And this is just, one of a parade of downtown projects that keep giving us a lot of reason for optimism that downtown will continue to grow and keep moving in a very positive direction. So a little further west, 84th and L Street, we have steel that has gone vertical on the food bank for the Heartland new building. Brad, this is the old H&H Chevrolet location.
Yeah, they completely leveled the site and started a brand new building. Foundation work's probably been underway for a couple months now, and then just this week the steel went up. Yeah, we have a picture of it on growomaha.com if you want to see what that looks like. But that is no small project. We're talking
105,000 square feet. So that is not your run-of-the-mill food bank building. That's the size of a major warehouse.
Distribution center, yeah.
Okay, so then we have another story out of Council Bluffs. We have a developer planning to turn about 14 acres of greenfield space into a 280 apartment unit. What's interesting about this is that it is right south of the Sam's Club in Council Bluffs Metro Crossing Shopping Center. 4-story buildings, 4 of them all together. And, this is kind of a forgotten area that was built around as time went by. Yeah, this particular lot, I think, has been vacant, so to say. I mean, there's not like it's been farmland or anything, but this is another project in that whole like Lake Manawa area that has been either under construction or announced in the past year. And I think just the proximity to Interstate 29 with all their new shopping around there, I think you're just going to see more and more of these residential projects in that area. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Council Bluffs has been very actively trying to create some more residential development in the area, and this is another sign of that. And then finally, out in Valley, Nebraska, we've got a 64-acre development at 264th and Miggs Street. It's going to be called Valley Landing, and the grading and excavation work is well underway. There's going to be a lake in the middle of it. A lot of that out in Valley because the water table is so high. But we know the first occupants that are confirmed will be a DC West athletic complex, presumably for the DC West schools, and a Fairway grocery store. So Valley continues to grow. There's another athletic complex going right across the highway. So Valley's quickly turning into the sports complex capital of eastern Nebraska, I think. Yeah, definitely a lot of youth sports out there. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your Eagle Mortgage News of the Week. You can learn more about Eagle Mortgage at eaglemortgagecompany.com.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.